Hey guys, hope you're having a great week. We're going to finish off our week talking about finding, like we have been all week, but we're going to talk a bit more about different things to say, different things to do, and really what it is that you're going to need to do in order to be successful at finding. So, finding is really the act of looking for people, looking and always being available to talk to people, and really being on the lookout, right? However, there's certain things that we must do in order to be a success and make sure that our finding efforts aren't just wasted. Because oftentimes we'll talk to people, we will try to find, we will look into things, we'll find creative ways, and then we miss a few steps along the way and they don't end up being as successful as they could have been. And this is a learning curve for many of us because a lot of times finding or prospecting is not something that comes natural for us. It's not something that people feel comfortable with. And so for most, it's a learning curve. It's something you have to learn and something you need to kind of master, right? So we're going to talk about a few things that are a must as you're looking for people and as you're working your way through finding and working at making that one of your strengths. So let's talk a bit more about that, okay? So first and foremost, what to say, right? So there's 3 points that I like to talk to people about. No matter what kind of a conversation you're having, this could be with business builders, this could be with customers, this could be with prospects. You're out on the street, you're finding and you're talking to someone. You need to make sure that you ask questions, that you get them talking 70% of the time, right? They should be the ones talking, and they do that by you asking them questions. You direct them in the way that you want them to go. You direct them along the path, so to say, with your questions. So tell me a bit about yourself. Have you heard of essential oils? Have you used them before and what did you like? Or what is the most interesting thing to you? Or tell me a bit about your family. Get them talking. You want them to talk. You want to know about them. You want to connect with them. You want to really understand them. As you ask questions, you're going to be able to genuinely connect with them. And I mean, take the time to genuinely connect and get to know these people. Listen to what they say. Listen to what they're doing and really understand where they're coming from. So you've asked questions and now you're genuinely connect with these people. Don't be the person that just talks to someone and goes right into their business or just acts like they care and then dives in. Genuinely connect with these individuals, right? Take the time to get to know them and to care about their life. The business opportunity will present itself when it's natural and when time is right. But as you connect with them, you will see quite a difference. And then every conversation that you have, every single conversation needs to have an invitation to act. Okay, so oftentimes you'll hear people say that you need to have a close. Notice that I'm keeping that a bit different. I'm not saying you have to have necessarily a close in every conversation or interaction that you have, but you need to have an invitation to act. And I will explain a bit more on what that is later. So, when you're thinking about what to say, most importantly, remember to ask questions and get them talking, genuinely connect with them, and give them an invitation to act. Don't get caught up on, I've got to share my product, I've got to talk about my company. Get to know people and connect with them. People get tired of that same approach that so many people have, where it's, this is my company and this is what I do, and it's that one or two fake questions and it goes right into that, that it kind of upsets them. It puts them in a weird spot. So don't be that person. Don't get to the point where you ask a question, how are you? How's your family? Tell me about you. Oh, by the way, this is what I do. Don't be that person. Let it happen and genuinely connect with them and let it happen naturally, and you're going to see much more success from that. Okay, so what is an invitation to act, right? This is exactly what it says. You want to leave them with something to get them doing something more. Now, this doesn't always have to be a huge step. It doesn't always have to be even business related. If you're talking with them and business hasn't come up, maybe it's an opportunity to connect with them and get to know them, or to have a phone call, or to learn a bit more about what they do. If you have talked a bit about business, it could be an invitation to attend a class. It could be as simple as an invitation to follow you on Facebook or to connect on Facebook. Have some form of invitation so that way they are progressing along this journey, right? But make it natural. It needs to be something that is natural and that works. It doesn't need to be something that is forced, something that is so pushy or salesy, and it should only happen when the time is right. But every conversation you should invite to do something. But again, this doesn't have to be anything crazy, right? Hey, it's been great talking to you. I'd love to stay in touch. Is it okay if I get your number? There's your invitation to act. They're giving you that number. You're staying in touch. Little things like this make a huge, huge difference. And they show people that you're real. And that's what it's about. So remember, if you want people to act and you want them to do something, you have to invite them. Oftentimes we get discouraged because we say, oh, well, I don't have anyone. They're not listening to what I have to say, or they're not moving forward. Well, it's because a lot of times we're not clear in our invitation. We're not making it clear what we're asking them to do. We're not giving them a clear definition of what it is that we want them to do and what it is that can benefit them. And make sure that your invitation to act is relevant to your conversation and interaction with them. Don't make it something that they're not going to be able to connect with. Remember, you're genuinely connecting with them, and your invitation to act needs to reflect that. Okay. Finally, another thing that's super important and it's often forgotten, right, is follow up. You need to follow up with every person you talk to. Now, follow up does not mean to become that annoying person on Facebook who sends 100 messages. Hey, I heard from you. Hey, how are you doing? Hey, can we still talk? Hey, did you think about this? Don't be that person. But follow up is a must to the success of the business, okay? So the first thing that I say to everyone is to remember the rule of three. If you call someone to follow up with them and they don't answer, leave a message. Don't try more than 3 times. Move on. If they're interested, they will contact you. Give them a way to reach out to you and let them do that. Don't call them 30 times and try to get a hold of them. Give them the chance to do what you got to do and then move forward. That's what matters. The rule of 3. Remember that. 3 attempts, you move forward, okay? So then the next thing is, be sure to follow up within 72 hours. Don't be the person that has something come up and then you follow up several weeks later, right? Follow up within 72 business hours with these people that you're finding. Help them to really understand and see the importance of what you're doing, but also to stay fresh in their mind. You don't want them to forget about who you are or lose interest, right? So follow up with them. And be sure to keep track of the people, right? So keep track of the name of the person, the number and the email address, and something unique about them. This is absolutely important to help you remember and connect with them when you talk again. Take time to think about these things. Really put them into practice as you're finding and working your business, and you're going to start to see a huge difference. Have a great week, guys.